NuubCast.
Greetings, fellow noobs! Welcome to another NuubCast. This is Blomus bringing you this 1v1 on Tal'Darim Altar between Fats, my boy Fats, the red Zerg player. I think Fats used to play Protoss. Can't be certain, can't be sure, but I'm having a hard time connecting Fats with the Swarm here. But in any case, his opponent in the blue Protoss pieces, Kenny Boy. Kenny Boy is a newcomer to NuubCast. He did not submit this replay. Fats was the submittor of the day. Get the accoutrements up and running for you here. Welcome to NuubCast. If you are unfamiliar, of course, my name is Blomus, as I previously said, and we are all about the extraordinary phenomenon of low-level gameplay. And I laugh as I say that because it can be extraordinary in the sense that it can be hilarious watching games from bronze to masters, non-pro games, where you can see mistakes of all stripes happen at in all sorts of fun. We have Kenny Boy dropping down that Forge Fast Expand. Very common strategy here, very common opening here for Protoss on this map, especially against the Zerg. A little bit more risky against a Terran player, as you're more likely to see some fast 3 racks pressure on a map like this, because it's so open, because there's no ramp, because it's hard to both of your openings here are very wide, so very hard for Protoss to wall off, and very hard for Protoss to hold off pressure. So both against you have to be careful against both Zerg and Terran against fast roach aggression or any kind of quick racks aggression from Terran. But that is not what's happening here thus far. We do have a spawning pool out, though no Zerglings being made yet, and Fats, I'm sure, wants to take his natural expansion shortly, as he's been mining gas for a while. But see, this is the beauty of watching non-pro replays. You get two guys who are similar skill level, and you get to see things like this. Gas steal by Fats. On the one hand, it allows him vision of the immediate area around his opponent's main, so you know there's not going to be any building happening within this area. Vision, more than likely, nothing other than a pylon, more than likely. And so Fats gets to see what he mines, and he does slow down the gas production of the Protoss, which at this point, with a fast expansion, you're not really looking too much for gas, though the Cyber is down, but he can take any of the other 3 geysers and populate them to get gas pretty quick. He's not really relying on that geyser, so that gas deal not of that much significance, which is why Kenny Boy is only using 1 probe to take it down. But as I was saying, when you're watching lower level games, there's certain things you have to take for granted in order to be able to enjoy the casts, and one of those things is the idea that mistakes are going to happen. Unlike pro level play, you are not looking for perfect play, perfect timings. In fact, you expect the opposite. You expect sloppy play. Like Fats making a second extractor when his first extractor isn't even populated. Very interesting decision by Fats to get that while getting the Roach Warren. So now the Roach Warren's up. He has enough gas to make a roach or so. A couple of roaches, but he's not, and he's still not mining it now, finally sending guys to gas. So we're perhaps going to see, as we see the range upgrade down for Fats, probably going to see some roaches get made sooner than later, either for defense, expecting what Protoss loves to do on a map like this when they can expand early is they get a few sentries and a bunch of zealots, and they go and put pressure on the Zerg's third. And if there is no third, you're going to see expansion put on the natural with force fields and zealots. Perhaps because the forge is out already, you get the early upgrades, as we're seeing Kenny Boy get now. Probe finally gets the finally gets his own geyser back, and then puts down the robo. Not sure if that was a coincidence, if he was waiting for that geyser to go down so he could put his robo down. I can't imagine that's the case. But Fats is mining a lot of gas now, and we are seeing Robotech. I imagine we're going to see an immediate observer, and that observer is going to go down to Fats's base and probably sit right outside the natural to see what kind of units, if any, Fats has made, and if there's any spine crawlers. And based off of that, you're going to Kenny Boy is more than likely going to decide whether to be aggressive or hang back and try to get a third base. But again, everything that I'm saying here is what someone who knows what they're doing might do. And what we've learned here at NuubCast over the many years, as we see Second Forge go down, so we're going to see more upgrades coming from Kenny Boy. What we've learned here at NuubCast for over the years now is that you can never expect the expected. You know what I mean? You can't expect that a player is going to do what he's supposed to do, because again, we're looking at lower level games. We do have the opportunity to cast some very talented Masters League players, and then we can be a little bit more precise on the things that we'll be looking for. But I mean, maybe not from me, being the amateur caster that I am. And speaking of amateur casting, you may or may not have heard that IPL is looking for new casters, new casting talent for their upcoming qualifiers. I will be submitting a game for that. I'm not sure which replay I'm going to be doing. Probably the PVZ. I think this is probably my most knowledgeable matchup, since if we did a survey of all the games I've casted here on NuubCast, we would find that the vast majority of matchups is some form of PVZ. Second place would probably be PvP, and then probably PvT, followed by the Zerg and Terran matchups, and coming in last place would be ZvZ and TvT. So based on sheer number, I think my matchup that I'm going to have the best time with would be PVZ. So I'm going to be doing the Parting versus Leenock game. I don't think I've seen the game. I didn't see it at IPL4, I don't think. And so will be a cold cast for me. So I am looking forward to that. And I'm hopeful. I mean, it's been a while since I've cast any competitive games, like real competitive games, seriously. So I'm not holding out hope to be picked, but you know, who knows? We shall see what happens. I am looking forward to having fun doing it, and I will post it here so you will all see it as well. As we see Templars out very fast, wow, for Kenny Boy, and getting Storm right away. We had the Fast Twilight and the Templar Archives, and immediately getting Storm. So third base going down as well. Is he going to be doing any Archon play right away? Nope, he definitely wants that Storm. And here come the Lings, Roaches, and Hydras from Fats. Going to be interesting to see. I don't really like the pylon placement out here. I think he needs to put them back closer to the Nexus and then wall off here with gateways. I think unless he gets these Templar out here with this army, he's going to be in trouble. This is actually a pretty big army from Fats, and I think he's going to, unless there's serious, and look at the Hydras are going super slow, so Guardian Shield in favor of Force Fields. That's a mistake, and he is trying to focus down the Hydras, but look, Fats is just totally overpowering him. He's increasingly, his food lead is increasing as we watch the Stalkers fall. He's +2 on his range attack, +1 versus 1/1. Here come the storms. They're definitely going to do serious damage, and Kenny Boy is going to be able to hold this off if he drops more storms. Come on, dude. Kenny Boy, come on. You're killing me. Of course, my being a Protoss player, things like this hurt very much. But again, upgrades really doing Kenny Boy no favor. He's out upgraded here. Now Fats with 2/2, moving out with another large force. A few less Lings, a lot of less Hydras, going mostly Roach here. And those Hydras, I guess he didn't like how they slowed him down off the creep. And he's going to need these Templars to move in. He's really not making any more units. Adding gateways. That is a lot of gateways to add, but it's not going to be enough, and it's not going to be in time. This force is going to basically roll in here if he wants it to. Oh, going for the Banes. I think Fats is about to take a very large lead here. As more... Kenny Boy. It's not good, man. You need to back these up. Back up those pylons. You need bigger buildings there. And Fats adding more Lings, adding more Banelings. Here they come, moving in. Fats going for the kills. We have 3-3 down for our Protoss player. Baneling speed started, but not anywhere near being finished. It looks like Kenny Boy's going to sack this. It's called a Nexus, yeah. He's going to sacrifice this third base, and he's going to lose these probes if he doesn't get them out of there. What are you doing, Kenny Boy? What is it? He's opening up these gateways. He's got a fair amount of minerals, but not a lot of gas, so he can warp in a fair amount of zealots. Not exactly what you want to do against... He's got a fair army here. I mean, he's way, way behind, and I'm actually really surprised that Food Lead this huge made it through my screener. Usually... Fats is 60 food ahead, so maybe there's going to be... Maybe Kenny Boy is going to make a serious comeback, because look at this crap. Holy cow. Holy frijoles. That's a lot of Banelings. And Baneling speed has finished. 3-3 working. We have Ventral Sack, so it looks like we're looking at some Baneling bombs upcoming. As man, that waterfall is really loud. It's drowning me out. I felt drowned out. But these are things that we see at the lower level. Kenny Boy not using the chrono boost. We have full chrono on both the Nexuses. Fats, energy getting really high on the Queens, not injecting. Even he does have a fair number of larvae, but it doesn't matter. I mean, these are the things that we take for granted and that we kind of overlook here at NuubCast. But if you would like to have one of your games cast at NuubCast, what you need to do is A, watch your replay, make sure it's as good when you watch it as you thought it was when you played it, and then send it to NuubCast@gmail.com. And if there's no turtling up, if it's not one-sided, if it's not just one attack and done, if it is, by our standards, a very good, entertaining game, then please send it on in. My screener will watch it, and if he thinks it's Baller McBallerson, he will send it to me. He'll send it back to me, and you will be put in the queue, and your game will go up on NuubCast. Yeah, and we're basically both guys kind of hanging out here. We have a lot of cannons here by Kenny Boy. I don't like this. I've never liked this by anyone. It's just easy pickings, basically. I prefer line of buildings, gateways, and then cannons behind them. Or in front of them. In front of them's fine, too. And here come the Baneling drops, baby. Holy frijoles. Is it all Banelings, or is there roaches in there, too? Nope. Pure Banes. He's going to go, and he's going to take out the economy of Kenny Boy. And all the while expanding, double expanding, getting his economy up and dominant. I mean, at this point, again, he's got a 40 food lead. If we check the units, 64 drones to 57 probes. Not that big of an economic lead until, of course, these things hit. He's only going to take 4. He's going to leave 1 behind. Interesting. Maybe he's going to come in again. And Kenny Boy here taking a 4th base. Finally got his 3rd up. It is running. No gas mining as of yet. The question is, will the Banes hit the main or the natural? If he goes in the main, he's not going to find much to hit unless he goes after some tech structures. Kenny Boy actually doing himself a disservice by sitting back. He should be walking around trying to take out bases if he can find one. And Fats makes the right decision. Going in for the natural, probably figures at this time that the main is mined out. So his best bet to kill some probes is right here. And here comes the drop. So many probes dying immediately. Almost anticlimactic. It was almost anticlimactic. And here come the rolling baits. Oh my goodness. They're just going to go right in the front. They're going to kill this wall. Everything willed. Oh no, he's going to go. He's going to kill the Immortals. Cyber goes down. Can't make any more Stalkers now. He's going to try and kill this Nexus. Why would you do that? Kill Pylons. Why not? Unpower stuff. Get in here. And we have a huge engagement down here in the middle of the map as we have the army of roaches going up against this huge forces of Kenny Boy getting absolutely massacred. And so therefore the supply completely evens out, and Fat's doing the right thing using the Banelings to unpower all of these buildings. But his main army was taken out, and he's trying to remax with 28 roaches. But Kenny Boy leaving forces behind. This is a huge mistake on his part. If he wants to be able to come back and trade bases with Fats, he's going to need to have all his units. He's going to need those storms that he has left over here. He's left 3 fully charged Archons. Oh my goodness. He's got charge on his Zealots. He does have blink. He's blinking in offensively. But again, this is where Fats should be a little bit concerned with his lack of macro here, with not keeping up with his injects. This is the point of games where at a higher level, the players have oodles and oodles of leftover larvae, and this many roaches I think is going to be able to take this down, especially when your Zealots are not tanking for you, instead are hanging out in the back. Although then again, Kenny Boy is 3-3, and so he does have the upgrade advantage, and he actually does win out here against these roaches. We do have, those are our dropping roaches. We have any rallying going on here. We do have roaches rallying in. Some lings coming in. Both of these guys running quite a trust fund. So, but the question is, why is he not powering this up? Come on, dude. You got the probes. You need to. Oh boy. Kenny Boy. Kenny Boy. Seriously? Do you not know that you can repower those? Do you not know? Thank you. Thank you. And in the meantime, Fats, are your queens all dead too? Do you have no queens? You have no queens. You got 1 queen. You need to make some queens, son. Why aren't you making queens? He has to remake the Hydra Den, remaking the Roach Warren as well. Where are you remaking those? Are you making those over here at your hidden base? Yes, you are. He still has a Hydra. It's almost dead. But it's not bleeding, is it? No, it's actually gaining health because it's on creep. He didn't get any of these very important buildings. And now he is going on the offensive. And Kenny Boy, where did you warp stuff? Oh, you're a bad boy. You're a bad boy. You're a bad boy. Oh, man. And he's on cooldown. So now his Hydra's doing major DPS. And I think it's pretty obvious. Fats, he won this game a long time ago. So this is more roaches coming in, 16 more roaches. And Fats is slowly going to clean this up. In fact, I'm plussing. I'm X2ing this shit. Stalkers come in. Looks like there's enough to kill these off. Is he going to storm? He does storm. Storm's very good against Hydralisks. And he is able to clean this up. But it's much too late. He loses every single gateway. And we have another force of roaches moving in here. And with the queens coming out, that obviously is going to double Fats's production potential. As we have queens at every base now. And unfortunately, some of them are very high on energy and not injecting. Oh, others are. And it looks like we have multi-prong attacks here. But Kenny Boy can't be everywhere at once. And Fats sending in these little teams of units to kill stuff. Very nice storms from Kenny Boy. Oh, man. Nice. 1 HP. He needs to warp in some stuff over here. More than 4 at a time. But he is waiting for these other gateways to finish. Very strange wall off here. And it looks like all these roaches are going to be able to clean this up. This is his main mining base, although he doesn't have anything on gas. He doesn't really need to be mining gas right now. He's got quite a bit. He does have a infester with full energy. And all he needs to do, he can step up and fungal and kill all these probes. Or he can drop some infested Terrans. Looks like he's going to lose this base. And that's going to be it, because there are no more... I spoke too soon. No more structures for Kenny Boy. This is not enough stalkers. These roaches will kill him. They're both 3/3 now. So unless he has some seriously good blink micro, which he is not even utilizing. I saw one blink. He's too late on the blink micro. He's dead. There's got to be a GG. Got to be GG. Let me check the income. Surprisingly, Fats isn't that far ahead economically until this second right here. She finally used his infestor. There's the GG from Kenny Boy. And I don't know why Fats does this. He's one of the players, one of many players who stays in the game. I never understand it. Never understand it. The other dude GG's. GTFO, man. Don't stick around. Waste some time. On me. Alright, guys. Pretty one-sided. There was only one point kind of in the middle where things evened out. It was after all those banelings died. And they was all in buildings, and Fat's going to come back. He really couldn't. It took so long to repower those buildings, and he really... After that point, there was no... he had that one fight over here where he caught up after killing all those roaches, and then went in and killed a bunch of stuff, but he didn't kill enough. Didn't kill the hive, didn't kill these tech structures, and Fat's then able finally to get macroing again, and poorly, but you know, again, that's not what we're about here. He macroed badly, but he did get back to macroing, and was able to then overpower Kenny Boy. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, keep climbing that ladder. Yeah, nice food differential, 191 to 21. Peace. See you next time.